my road, y'all. I ain't showing y'all all my little business. Okay, cause I'm like, bruh, all my business gonna be hanging out if I don't do that. Good morning, y'all. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody had a great work week. If not, next week will be better. I've probably been up since like 6:30, just like. And anytime somebody come in and out that front door, as I stated, they close that bitch hard. So I was up once my mama came in the house. I was up when she pulled in the driveway, but I was up when she got in the house. So I just laid her until she got herself together and went to her room. I'm just not in the mood to talk today. At least not about the stuff that she would keep wanting to talk about. I'm not in the mood to talk today. So I still ain't braided down my hair. It's just been up in a bun. Because I don't feel like it. If I find a job, that's all it's gonna be anyway, is up in a bun. So I'm not even trying to stress about finishing it. Cause if I come across some money, I'm just gonna buy some more hair so I can do something else. Cause I need to do something else to my hair, and I'm almost out of hair products for Diamond. So that's frustrating within itself. But it'll be alright. It'll be just fine. So I hadn't been on here in a few days. That's because I just been, like I said, trying to find a job, getting stuff ready for Diamond, trying to maintain my composure when it comes to other folks triggering me and shit like that. So, because again, I just look at you as you start pissing me off before I start being irate. So, and then another one of these job sites, I just found out, I had put a job application in a while ago, like maybe a month or so ago for this particular job. Why they just send me, or the platform that I went through to find the job just sent me telling me they were no longer hosting positions for their job. I'm like, okay, and nobody thought to think about that. And it's like my resume is just sitting out here on these damn platforms waiting for a fucking job. And like I said, now all the temp services that I keep coming across ain't shit but warehouse jobs. My wrist don't do certain shit, and I'm not finna be pulling no damn no pallet jack like I'm a damn Hebrew slave every damn day. No, that is not the type of job I had envisioned for myself once I started going to school and once I started cussing white folks out. No, sorry. don't talk about my rub, y'all. I know it's too big. I had this rub when I was like 300 pounds. I got this rub from Shein, I think. One of the few things that I could salvage as far as covering myself up when I moved back home. And I'm glad I kept it because all I have is terry cloth robes and shit like that. Because they used to keep it cold in this motherfucker all the time. And now that they keep it hot in this bitch all the time, like today, because I didn't want to come out my room naked. Because when it's just my mom and I'm just going to come out however I want to. But I put this on just in case my little brother come back to the house for whatever reason. Because he don't always let me know when he's coming to the house. So whenever he comes to the house and I'm just however I am, your eyes finna be put out because you didn't tell nobody you was coming. You was on your way, something. Oh, shit, you just gonna get this tea. You better say something. So I still been scrubbing my face with this. Remember I told y'all I did a face scrub and all the skin on my chin came out? Well, obviously we gotta heal it. So now that the skin is drying up and stuff, I started scrubbing again. So and since I'm in between jobs and folks act like they can't make their hair appointments and show the fuck up. Right now, I'm using my grease mixture for my face, which everything is pretty much in there that I need. The only thing that's in there that that's not in there that I need is tea tree, but it'll be okay. I thought I would have had a date last night. Well, at least that's what we had talked about. But I think because we actually met before, I think that's why we just kind of chilled, which is fine. Yeah, I wasn't doing shit. I was just in the house bored. Donna and I got our laundry and stuff washed yesterday before she left. Got majority of her room cleaned up because, as we know, our clean and our parents' clean is different. And so it's clean to her 9-year-old standards. So when she come home and when we start getting ready for school tomorrow, getting ready for school for Monday tomorrow. When she come back home, we'll do whatever else we need to do. Whenever she come back, I'll be back, y'all. I need a little towel. Excuse me. I need some cigars. I just don't feel like leaving the house. And then this wind is still blowing in August. It's like, bruh, I need to go sit outside. And I'm sick of all this damn wind blowing. Tattoo chick. Oh, baby, you behind. You new here. I got 7 tattoos. And once it's time to get some more, I'll definitely show. Add you? Okay. When I get off, I'll look on your page and add you. So, even though that apricot scrub and whatever was in my system broke my damn chin out, I'm still using that to clean my face. Come on, Phantom of the Opera. But that's the only way you're gonna get that dead skin off. You still have to keep scrubbing. The only thing was when my chin and stuff started bleeding. But again, I'm in between jobs and I'm at home, so it was okay. And like when it got real bad, like when it felt like I had fever in my face, I just put, like right now, when I felt like I had fever in my face, then I just put a damn ice ball on that spot because it seemed like that spot on my face, like hell was coming through that spot because of how inflamed that area was. So I put an ice ball on there, and like sometimes when you look at people, sometimes the obvious don't need to be stated. My mama looked in my face one day, and it's clear that my face is broke the fuck out. My face been broke the fuck out for a minute. She's like, your face looks swollen because my chin is inflamed. But I don't be wanting to, have that because obviously that's my mama. But I just want to you've been looking at me every day. The same with this leg. You see what you want to see, you ignore what you want to ignore. But okay. And again, I be talking to her like that because it's like, mama, we live in the house together. You're looking at me every day. Like, come on now. It's just like having a spouse. If you looking at me every day, you know what I look like, so you should be able to tell when something is wrong. Same with them. But with them being grown, obviously our parents, and they be way more smart alecky than they need to be. I don't ask nothing. I'm like, baby, I'm just here. I did not ask to be here. My mama said something one day. I almost said, girl, I bet you wish you and my daddy would have used a condom on, because y'all getting on my damn nerves too. My daddy talking about Kiki. What? Some days I wish I would have got shot in the rubber too, because good Lord. The first time I told my daddy, Daddy, I've been with you. What did I tell him? What did I tell him? I said, Daddy, I've been with you your whole life. He talking about, no, you haven't. I said, yes, I have. He talking about, don't you start this shit. Daddy, I'm your DNA. I've been with you your whole life. And then my mama sent me a damn job posting that was fucking expired. And I be trying not to fuss at her and my daddy, because I be telling my daddy, you don't pay attention to the type of jobs out here. And now I'm telling her, are you, because for the way she be fussing at me about some of this stuff, I be going to say, did you scroll through this and check it? Because the last one she sent me, the posting was expired. They're not even taking any more applications for that job no more. So I'm like, y'all frustrating the fuck out of me. That is where my frustration comes from with some of this stuff. Because if I don't qualify, or if the shit is expired or whatever, because half of these jobs I didn't even know to think to look if they were expired, but when I just so happened to click on the link for that one, it popped up right away on a few of the websites that it was hosting, or that jobs were hosting on that one. It said that it was expired, and I'm like, what the fuck? And at this point, I'm thinking folks either sending them this shit on purpose or what? Because it's like, y'all not sending me the right stuff. And then my daddy had sent me one for TI. And I'm like, when I went on the website, I didn't see that. And most of the jobs on that one say I have to have a bachelor's degree. And they know I don't have a bachelor's degree. So it's like, unless these people are getting jobs, because I'm pretty sure everybody in the state takes ain't got a motherfucking bachelor's degree. But unless people are getting these jobs because they know somebody, but again, I don't know nobody. The people I know are conniving, so I don't trust them. Anybody that I was close with, I ain't using them for no damn job. Even if they recommended me for a job, I didn't use their name because I don't want nobody knowing that I'm associated with certain people, especially if I don't know what the hell you've been caught doing. I don't want to use your name. I never use anybody's name, not even my mama. When she sent me things and people knew that I was her child, I don't use my mama's name. I don't use my daddy's name. I mean, obviously I have his name, but I don't use his name in that way, if that makes sense. Now, if they get me involved in something, then I do my best of my ability to make sure I keep myself together, my composure and all of that stuff for their namesake. But other than that, I don't be giving a damn, because the minute folks start pissing me out, baby, fuck you, fuck this. I don't have to deal with this. And fire me, because I'm not going to quit no job. Because that's the thing, that's what it is with people. I show up to work every day, sad, happy, all of that shit. We all need a fucking paycheck. I'm not going to quit no damn job. And there's only so many times I'm going to ask for that motherfucker back if I get fired. Ooh. Good morning. I know yo is a greeting, but good morning. I don't care how pro-black I am. Say good morning. So I'm just making sure I got all them scrubs off my face, y'all. That way, I'm not walking around doing this all day, or whenever I decide to put some lotion or some oil or some grease or something on my face, I don't have beads up under it. And when I do my scrubs and stuff, I would typically use a white towel, but since my towels keep coming up missing or I keep ending up with other people's towels, it's just grab a towel at this point. And these towels, the fibers in this towel are different from my white towel, so that's why I prefer to use a white towel, but it'll be okay. I just hate using a white towel when it's time to take a shower, because it's evident I'm dirty. I'm gonna take a damn shower. It's just something about that. But I've always been like that. And then too, once I started having a period, I hated that shit. I hated this shit. We know what it looked like. I don't have to have it on a white towel. My grandma used to piss me off with that shit. Grandma, I don't want no fucking white towel. When she was buying stuff for me, when I went off to college, I kept telling her, Grandma, I don't want no white towels. Well, you need white towels. Stop telling me what I need. I'm telling you what I want. I don't want white towels. Especially because we had community laundry and stuff like that. People see certain shit. I don't want no white fucking towels. I hate white fucking towels. I hate white socks. I hate the shit. White socks show you how dirty your floor really is. I'd rather wear black socks. And it don't matter how clean you keep your floors, it's the floor. That's another reason why I don't care for shoes to be in the house like that. Like, you come through the front door, fine, take them bitches off. But again, I live in, my parents' home, so they don't do that. And it ain't always, I feel like it's not my job to teach them certain things when they're older than us. We can talk to them about certain things until we're blue in the face, but after a while, it's like, okay, my own sanity matters more than me explaining X, Y, and Z to you, so it's okay. It's okay. It is okay. I'm trying not to show y'all my business, because I definitely wrapped this wrong, but it'll be okay. Will be just fine. So, Diamond, like I said, Diamond said she wanted to help me finish braiding my hair down, but I don't feel like it. Like I said, I'm stressed out about finding a fucking job. That's really what I'm stressed out about. I'm not stressed out about the shit that my mom be wanting to talk to me about. I'm not stressed out about shit else. I'm stressed out about finding a job that I'm gonna like. That's what that is. And that's not gonna make me change who I am as a person. I'm not cutting my fingernails. I'm not taking my jewelry off, because a lot of these damn jobs killing me. No jewelry. The fuck? I'm finna wear my jewelry. Especially if what I'm doing don't cause for all of that. And it's not a matter of listening. It's a matter of you being in control of me as an individual. No, I'm not doing that one neither. Because I was working at one of my last jobs, and this guy was like, you might want to take your rings off. No, I'm not going to take anything off. I can do my job just fine. I play sports with my rings on. I'm just fine. Thank you. And all I'm doing is picking up totes, picking up buckets of mail, because it was pretty much like a mail clerk type of situation. I'm not going to take my jewelry off. Leave me alone. Or I'm not going to cut my fingernails. Leave me alone. And that be the thing about bitches. It's because I can do my job with or without nails, pretty, and all of that shit. And when y'all come over here, y'all will talk, certain things. Or when y'all go out into the world and y'all's own homes, y'all will talk certain things. And it's like, baby, just come out the front door, come do your job, and don't worry about what everybody else got. That's what that is. I weigh 170 last time I stepped on the scale. Give or take. It's been a little hot. I probably done lost some weight. I I don't know, but last time I stepped on the scale, I was like 170. Yes, my robe is big. I was like 300 pounds when I bought this, and I bought it too big when I was big, because it's a robe. It ain't supposed to touch me. Thank you. I'm pretty sure my doctor will be happy to know that I'm down at that weight too, because I hadn't seen him in a while. Well, he retired, but I'm pretty sure he would be happy to know that I'm down that far. I'm down that far. Because when he saw me, I think I was down to 196. Yeah, that's a good weight, especially with me being short. Like, you know, they have like these weight charts and shit like that and heights or whatever, but it's like, yeah, everybody's body ain't the same. And these charts are made up from all teachings, you know, all of that stuff on a spectrum of where they want people to be, people not being abused and stuff like that, not knowing exactly the reason why people's body changed the way that it changes. So whenever my doctor started out telling me I was too big when it came to certain stuff, doc, my body don't do that. You have to remember I'm a solid athlete. I got these big old boobs, so there's only so much that I can do. And even once I started losing weight, you know, my body's not going to do certain things. So I be telling people all the time, like with my mama, like she stresses the fuck out about her weight thing because of what her doctors say. And I have to tell my mama, if you get too skinny again, you're gonna look sick. Like, cause she looked sick when she did it the first time, but she was younger and she didn't have all that extra stuff going on with her. Now she got a whole bunch of extra shit going on. It's like, ma'am, we don't need you skinny and frail. Cause honestly, if you get smaller than me, you gonna be skinny and frail. So, and like my mama, she's curvy. Like she's felt out really well. So it's just like you just have to maintain it. And I don't know like what all it is that she be trying to do or whatever. And it's like, girl, you are in a position where you can go to the doctor and all that stuff. I'm not. So I want to tell her, whatever your doctor told you to do that. You know, after a while when she gets on my damn nerves, it's like, whatever your doctor told you to do that. Stop stressing about it. Stop whining about it. It's going to be okay. You know, whatever it is. So I just be like, girl. Were you just throwing that information out there to me? Good luck on your competition. And so I'm just like, ooh. We trying to like encourage my mama and be there for her, you know, in the ways that I wish I would have had that encouragement or whatever. But after so much of giving that encouragement, it's like, okay, girl, I gave it to you. I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, and that would be like with my friends too. Like, bruh, I encouraged you the best way I could through this conversation or through this whatever. Figure it the fuck out now. Just go sleep on what I said and go figure it the fuck out. Leave me alone. Like, bruh. mm-hmm. Okay. My face is dry now, so I'm going to put something on it. I had came in here and got a medium-sized towel to kind of blot it after I washed it, but because of how I was having to rub it because I was getting them scrubs off, I really didn't want to put nothing else up against my face. So, yeah, I got all those beads and shit off. So like now, Diamond is using some of my face products, like my face lotion and shit like that. So I'm having to resort to other things just so she has certain things. So thank God I don't have hair on my face like that. I just get my one or two little hairs that I pluck every blue moon or that I pick with my fingernails. And that's about it. So all I did was put a little bit of my hair grease on my face, y'all. That's it. That's it. That's all. And like I said, I mix up my own stuff, so I don't think this time I got anything with any herbs or anything in it because it don't feel like it. But I gotta do what I gotta do until I get on my feet. Like I was telling my friend the other day, because he was talking to me about stuff, and he could see like the frustration in our conversation when he was talking to me about stuff. And I said, my situation right now is money, because when me and you were together, my situation was not a money situation. Right now, my situation is a money situation. So he was like, I understand that. So like when I say I don't want to hang out or can't hang out, it's truly not because I don't want to. I can't hang out like that because I'm only getting help with Diamond, and that help is real limited and it's already frustrating. And it's so like if you can't make sure that I can get back home, you know, and still be able to do what I need to do because I'm taken away from what I'm supposed to be doing for my baby in this moment, I can't do it. It's not that I'm being funny. I can't. And like that don't frustrate me as far as dating and all of that because I chose to be a parent. So I wasn't trapped into no bullshit. I wanted to be a mommy when I made this decision, you know, all of that stuff. So I'm okay with telling a nigga, look, I don't know what your dynamic is. I really don't care. I'm a parent. If you can't understand that, don't fucking text me. Don't fucking call me. Like, and then these last couple of niggas, like I told them it was okay for them to pull up. We just gotta sit the fuck outside. They ain't ever show up. Okay, so you obviously don't want to see me. And then this one nigga, I told him, like he was truly getting on my nerves. He's 39, but you acting 20 like all day long. For one, you telling me I'm pretty all day long like I'm 16 years old. Nigga, I know I'm pretty. Can you tell me something else? Like even at my worst, without no fucking hair, I know I'm pretty. Can you talk about something else? And then the fact that every other text message he keep talking about, I told him, I said, I'm not sleeping with nobody right now. Because for one, he was a complete stranger. I met him at the gas station. He ain't nobody I grew up with. So I'm just like, I just want to let you know, I'm not giving up no pussy. Because he offered to give me some weed. I said, okay, well, what I got to do for that? Because I'm not giving him no pussy for that. And he was like, no, you ain't got to do that. And I was like, well, I'm just letting it be known. He was like, you ain't even got to give it up to me. I just want to eat it. That's still me giving it up. And I'm sorry, I'm not one of them girls. You're not attractive enough for me to let you go between my legs. I'm sorry. No, I'm not one of those girls. That's just like me. That's just like me being a man and a girl saying, "Oh, I want to suck your dick." Come on, girl, because I'm definitely gonna let you do it. But no, as a woman who knows her worth and is perfectly okay with waiting for her person, yeah, no, that ain't gonna do it. You can tell me all day long you want to eat my coochie, so that don't mean I want you to do it. That don't mean I'm gonna let you do it. So I'm like, that's the end of that on that. I'm like, bruh, you stop talking to me, stop texting me. You full of shit. You just, but at least he pumped my gas at the gas station that day because I didn't need him to do that. I can pump my own motherfucking gas. I've been doing it since I was 16. I don't need you for that. I don't need you for that at all. And it's funny when I've never done that. If it wasn't my boyfriend or whoever guy I was kicking it with, I typically didn't guys typically didn't ask to pump my gas, but I was perfectly okay with that because my daddy taught me how to pump my own gas. I don't need you for that. You can pay for this bitch if you want to, and I can still pump it, but I don't need you for that. Yeah, my daddy taught me to take my own trash out. I don't need you for that. I need you to be my peace, just like you want me to be your peace. That's what I need. When I want to play, I want you to be my playmate. And when I don't want to play, I want you to listen to that and listen to my reasons of why I don't want to play. I'm sorry, y'all. It is so much stuff popping up on this screen at one time. May God protect your mother. May God protect my whole family. Thank you. May God protect you as well. Which tattoo did you see? Because I'm covered up unless you talking about this one. Thank you. It's the start of my sleeve, so my nipple is not showing. You're lying. My nipples are way down here. You're lying. You wish my nipples were showing. Good Lord. Yeah, nipples come down to my belly button. You don't see a damn thing. Baby, who is this? You are fucking lying because my nipples are off in this damn robe. Let me go on it, baby. That is what I mean by people get up under here talking and just frustrating for no reason. This is for peace. This is for sanity. Go away if you finna frustrate the fuck out of me. Go frustrate somebody fucking else. Please. So, let me put some clothes on before I expose myself too much. I guess my mama cut the air down a little bit earlier while I was sitting in here because it felt a little chilly the minute I put that robe on. Because I was like, oh, look at her turning the AC down. I told her the other day, she said something to me. I said, well, if y'all stop playing with the thermostat, making it hot and uncomfortable in here. Shoot. Not going nowhere, at least not right now. I don't think I am. I wasn't invited out nowhere, so I'm just want to throw something on. I'll be back, y'all. I gotta go pee. I'm gonna put my shirt on. Good morning from Florida. Good morning from Texas. Oh, my cousin texted me back. Good morning from Texas. Yeah, so I don't have nothing going on today unless me and my friend decide to meet up today. I'll probably just be at the house in my bed. I'll probably go through these clothes to get Diamond's uniform of the out of the basket. Because yesterday the goal was to just make sure her room was clean. Because we got homework done. Great. The goal was to get her room clean and to get all of her dirty clothes out. You know, that way we can wash and all of that stuff. That way tomorrow, if I didn't do it before she got home, then whenever she got home, we would start doing laundry or whatever the case may be. Or at least her laundry. I can do my own shit. But just so that she's prepared and she can be on a routine preparing herself for school on Sundays or Mondays if they don't have school, you know, then yeah, she'll be fine. But for right now, I ain't worried about myself. Not as far as that, because my life is gonna be like it is, or my room is gonna be like it is, whatever. Because even when I worked, okay, I was working 5 days a week, and on one of them off days, I probably slept most of the day. So I'm not gonna be doing all that extra stuff. I'm not gonna do all that extra stuff. My mom was fussing at me one day talking about, you be walking around here whining and crying about how tired you are. That is another reason why I don't do stuff, because when I'm tired and I'm overstimulated, I know what I need to do, which is go the fuck to sleep. Leave me alone. Right now I'm overstimulated because of all the other shit that just happened in my life and that's going on in my life. And the fact that everybody else keep frustrating the fuck out of me because I told them motherfuckers I'm not finna stop smoking. That's just what that is. So that's all that's going on with me. Like, the minute I find a job, I'll be fine. Because I know, because I told my mom the other day, Mom, I was serious when I said the minute I find a good job, I'm leaving your ass. She talking about, you gonna stop saying that to me. No, girl. Because I have to tell you like I told that ex-husband. Because you keep upsetting me too. The minute I find a good job, I'm leaving your ass too, girl. I didn't say I didn't love you. I ain't say I wasn't going to get you no gifts. But I got to get on my feet first. And that's all everybody want to whine and complain about. Well, if you was working. Well, if you go up the street and get you my business. I'll make sure I didn't miss nobody else. I be trying not to miss the comments and stuff, but when I'm rambling, I just miss. Because in that moment, I'm just gone. I didn't even watch no TV last night. And then I done caught Diamond watching Honey Boo Boo. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. I told her a little behind. I said, don't you be doing that goofy ass shit you see on this show. Like, I'm for real. She talking about, I'm not, mama. Like, no, I'm serious. Because I'm already trying to keep in line the ghetto things we do as the people. I don't need you picking up none of that goofy shit. Yes, ma'am, mama. Okay, girl. I'm not playing with you. I'm sure. Not playing with you. I I was talking to my mama about that, and I said, because she was asking like, did I know how any of them were doing and all of that. Just because I used to watch the show, I haven't been watching it here recently. At least I think it's still coming on, but I haven't watched none of the new seasons. I think the last season of that show, now here comes Honey Boo Boo, Mama June. I think the last season I watched of that was when I want to say before Pumpkin got with the new guy and all of that. So yeah, I'm real behind. I'm real behind. Like I said, I'm real diverse in everything that I watch. Bougie shit, ghetto shit, it don't matter. Because it just shows like the type of life and lifestyles that people grew up in, and we all want the same thing and how we have to get it and shit like that. Did I want to live the ghetto ass lifestyle no more? No, because I was born into the shit. But it is what it is at this point in life. I mean, they say you definitely can't take the hood and the nigga out the nigga. I'm just saying. But some stuff can be done away with. Because some of this stuff be ridiculous. Baby, y'all requesting to talk this morning. I'm not really in the mood to talk to nobody. Not this morning. Y'all can text me. Because once I get to a point to where I'm sitting at a desk or something, or sitting at a computer or whatever, then I'll do all of that. But right now, Because right now I'm not battling. I think I've done it like a couple of times, but I don't even have enough followers. That was another reason why I was like, it's not something I'm really worried about. Because, again, for one, this started out as my entertainment, and then once I started getting on it, I'm like, okay, I can use this to do her as well. So I probably do better using this than Facebook and shit, even though it's pretty much the same. If you don't get no responses, you just don't get no responses. But once you do get your responses and you do get your feedback, that'd be great. So yeah, that was the only thing about TikTok. With Facebook, everybody that's on there, everybody know I have Facebook. I already know what I do, been doing. Like I told my mama when she got to going in and fussing all this. Motherfuckers don't call me because it's me. Damn. That is what that is. Now leave me alone. Because that's all it is. And I don't plan to, because the last time somebody called me, I had to cuss their ass out. Y'all deal with the shit. Y'all deal with the shit. Okay. And then you spelled my middle name wrong on that one. And I was telling my mama something about I got into it with somebody about my name, and she told me, you're just gonna have to learn. I wish you would stop being so passive about some stuff. Stop talking to me.
Do your back be hurting you? Because I'm trying to figure out where you going with that.
Because you finna be real mannish. And I'm finna have to go on and put you in your place. Because your mama obviously didn't teach you right. Oh, I guess you don't want to respond no more. Okay. Because y'all be talking about us with big boobs. But y'all be so damn airheaded. Y'all's head should be heavy for as much information as y'all don't have in y'all's fucking heads with some of the questions that y'all ask. Y'all's back should really be hurting for all of the dumbness that be up in y'all's head. Yes. Yes, because I'm pretty sure that's where the hell that was finna go. Titties don't make your back hurt. The posture in your back is what makes your back hurt. Stupid. It's bitches with that ain't got no titties that have the most horrible posture. Your titties don't have nothing to do with that. It's about the muscles and the structure of your spine. I ain't gonna have no choice but to leave the house today. I got some papers, but like I said, I don't smoke papers all the time because I don't get that much bud. So, and when I was getting it all the time, I wasn't using papers. I was perfectly fine with my leaves and my swishers and my white owls and stuff because of how I worked. So, right now, I'm just using cigars because, like I said, papers you have to use too much. And with papers, I get a good sleep, yeah, but I have to use too much bud. And like if I'm in the daytime and I want to smoke, then it's a problem for me. Especially until I find somebody that I can get sativa from, um, and I'm comfortable with it. Because the last sativa, and it could have been because I hadn't been smoking for a while. Because when he gave it to me, I'm like, what the fuck is these? Because I do sativa to stay up, indica to go to sleep, and right now I'm only doing indica because I'm not working. I'm not doing nothing that I have to do. I'm not in the medical field. I'm not doing nothing where I have to pay attention to, or if I make one fuck up, everybody's whole livelihood is, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a job like that right now. So I don't be caring about none of that. Don't be caring about none of that. Half these jobs don't even be that damn difficult. It's just they become be all complex and shit once they realize they can't deal with you a certain way. So they'll try to fuck with you on other ways. Like I said, at them other jobs, could nobody really fuck with me um, until they got me by myself. And I would clearly show them that I'm just here to work. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here for none of that, you know. And I think that was what it was that they did not like about me. I participate in the reindeer games when it's time to play as a group. But when we have to work as an individual, no, I don't want to fucking talk. We're working. And especially if we're working in a production type situation where we have to make numbers and all of that shit, nah, I don't want to fucking talk. When I'm done, if you just so happen to be done, then we can talk. But no, or unless you somebody who's training me, who know how to do their job and talk and all of that stuff. But for the most part, baby, I don't be wanting to fucking talk to nobody. Especially depending on what time I start work and all of that. Because again, I like having them jobs where we got to be up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody finna be on no damn phone at no 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Great. I need them jobs. Sure. Working a job at 10 o'clock. Hell, I done had a full morning by the time I get to work. I got to get this kid together. You know, all of that stuff. At the time, my husband was gone. My ex-husband was gone. So I didn't have to worry about making sure he had whatever for himself. I just had to make sure I was able to get to where I need to be for myself. But no. I feel like when I first get up, that is what's gonna set my tone. If going to work is gonna set my tone, then that's what I need to be doing. If being a mom is what's gonna set my tone, then that's what I need to be doing. But like, baby. So she had her first spelling test. She said she thinks she did good. So I hope she did well, because she said that they were going over her spelling words and stuff in class. So I just took the extra step when her teacher said that they had a test coming up to kind of go over them some more with her, or just give her like some things to practice with. So I'm probably gonna have to go in the back. It's a fly in here. His ass was in here last night. And I'm like, baby, you'll ruin a wet dream too if I let you. I'm probably finna knock my phone down. Y'all, hold on. Did I get it, guys? Cause the minute I light this sucker up, he gonna be flying around my damn bun. Cause last night I had to knock down this whole ponytail. Cause it was a net in here, and I'm like, bro, really? But my brother had the garage up yesterday because he was washing his car. So, and because the wind is blowing, I had to smoke out here yesterday when he was out here. So, cause I don't smoke in my parents' house. So. I know what I am going to do. I'm going to write out her spelling words since her spelling test for next week is at the end of the week. So that is what I need to do to give her some practice stuff to do during the week. They sent her first set of math homework home. I was actually excited about that. So they did that. And she did really well. I don't remember learning that in the 4th grade, though. I thought that we learned this particular subject because right now she's in place values. And it could be just the structure of the kids of today, which is perfectly fine. But I don't remember doing place values in 4th grade. I thought we were like 5th grade when we did place values. I mean, we played with the little blocks that they used for the place values or whatever, but they introduced it to us younger, but it wasn't something that we did right off the bat. I don't even remember what we did right away 4th grade, because I got switched in the middle of the school year. At the beginning of the school year. They were still enrolling kids when I moved. Like, we hadn't even started the curriculum all the way yet. Hell, I was just excited because I was on the dance team. Why your tongue ring, Blue Love? I don't have a tongue ring right now, Pookie. But yeah, when I was just excited that I was on the dance team. Cause school stuff, I already had that in the bag. Cause I didn't really have nobody, at home helping me with my homework like that, but my grandma. And the older I got, and the more that she saw that I had it, she really didn't need to sit with me. I just give her my homework, ask her to check it. She'll be like, okay. The only thing that she would get on me at that point was my handwriting. Rewrite that, that's messy. Or you didn't erase that clean enough. Erase it again. Or, if it was on notebook paper,
write it all over on a piece of notebook paper because it's messy. That was what my grandma did. So by the time I got with my parents full time, I really didn't need their help much with homework things. I relied on my teacher. The only time I relied on my parents is when they gave us assignments where they said, ask your parents X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. And like, I pretty much knew my daddy's story, so I already, knew what I could use as far as my dad's life experiences and what I couldn't use as far as my dad's life experiences. And like with my mom, well, I knew some things I couldn't use because I didn't know, so I would have to ask her certain things. Because as kids, just because you with your parents all the time don't mean you know everything. You know what you see with them, what they allow you to see. That is what you know of your parents. So. She did great on her homework. I think this week I might give her some sentences to use with these spelling words to kind of help. Also with the reading thing as well. To me, that's the best way I can help her read that I know. Like I said, when I was able to teach her the alphabets, I was able to teach her numbers, I think, up until 11. And she was like 3 before life started lifing for us. So she, for the most part, like I said, her name is so long, I wanted to make sure that she could spell. If she couldn't do shit else, I needed her to be able to spell. And I needed her to be able to tell people when they were saying her name wrong, which is why I'm perfectly okay with correcting people and telling her, if they don't say your name right, baby, do not respond, because that is not your name. Because, baby, I almost called one of the ladies a bitch at the school because she called my baby the wrong name. Bitch, that's not what I said her name was. I just literally just said it to you. I did. I said, if they're not saying your name right, don't you respond. Baby, my Uncle Roy taught me that. And it's funny, he's the only one out of my mom's siblings that call me by my first name. He stopped calling me by my nickname the day I turned 18. The day I turned 18, he no longer called me by my nickname. Because he was like, you're an adult. Nicknames are what's used amongst your cousins and your friends. When you become an adult, you use your first name. And it's funny, when I have been on jobs and it gets to a certain point and like certain people will be like, they'll start calling me Kiki or whatever. And this one girl, she was like, y'all need to go find Kiki because Kiki know how to do that. And they was like, who is Kiki? And they were like, another girl was like, Kiara. And they was like, oh, okay. Right, because everybody don't call me that, And I feel like I shouldn't have to tell people don't call me Kiki at work, My name is Kiara. You need to call me what everybody knows me as. But, some people don't know how to turn that on and off. It was good to have a spiritual conversation with somebody this week that believes the way I believe. I think that was what I needed this week. I think that was what I needed. To show me that I'm still okay, you know. And because of the type of person I am, and he knows that, his only concern was me making sure I was completely done with my past. I think this week was a good week. Because again, I'm applying for jobs out the ass. The right ones ain't called me back. Or the ones that's calling me back have said, you know, that I'm not what they're looking for, which is perfectly fine. Because again, these people finding me, they saying they looking at my resume, but they calling me, asking me, do I know anything about, you know, technology, like wiring and shit like that? No. And like, nigga, don't you see my resume? Does that say anything on that paper? Hell, if I'm gonna hook up some shit, it's gonna be in my own place. Because then if you want it, you ain't got no choice but to figure it out. Because he didn't mention not a damn thing in that phone interview about training on the job. I ain't heard nothing about training on the job, no way. So it sounds like you don't want to train me. Or you just wanted to call me just to have something to call somebody, just to have, say you called somebody today. Like, bro, get off of my phone. I need to figure out how I'm going to do down my hair this week for school. She still got her little mini twist up. So last week, well, she switched it up every morning. And that is why I say I have to find a job where, you know, I have to make sure whatever I do, I have to have her hair together for school. Because if I have to depend on somebody else to take her to school, I don't want her hair to be a concern, okay? That's what I'm supposed to do. So, when last week, she started out with one ponytail, just like a little mini ponytail, little up there, little pineapple almost situation. And the rest of it was down around the side and the back. And then I think she did that for like one day. And then for 2 days, she did 2 ponytails, you know, 2 little pineapple ponytails up here. And then the rest, you know, down around the front and the sides and the back or whatever. And then on Thursday, she did just let her hair be like it was. So I just sprayed it with some water and blow dried it down a little bit so it'll be relaxed from where she had it up in ponytails and slept on it and stuff. So I don't know how she gonna want it done this week. I had an idea before she switched it up and said she didn't know, but if she says she don't know, she just want me to do something or freestyle. Because I didn't even know that child knew what freestyle was, because I was doing something, or it was for school. It was right before the first week of school. And I was like, girl, any other time I can get a hairstyle without no problem off the top of my head for you. I said, however, she had just given me 4 braids, like I said in the other video. So when she was like, well, mama, just freestyle it. And I didn't say that to her. I just said, okay, I'll figure it out. And when I thought about it, I'm like, did she really just say that to me? What is she talking about? She was talking about her hair. So I'm like, wait, what? So I was like, okay. So this week, I had like a little crochet type of situation, in mind if her ponytails didn't stretch enough, or, if it caused too much tension in the front. Because again, I don't give a damn about the money part, okay, with nobody's head. Even with my kid, it's free. When it comes to this hurting, I understand. So you have to tell me, because I will just put that shit up there, okay? So, and so she was like, she just wanted the one ponytail. I was like, okay, well, cool, whatever. So it should be loose enough this week and grown out just a little bit, for me to maybe do a little crochet style or whatever in the front or whatever. So just to keep it moving and stuff like that, that way her hair don't lock up again. Because again, when she was smaller, I kept her hair twisted and braided up just so that we can keep it maintained and all of that without a relaxer, because I'm 100% okay with being a natural mom. She asked me about relaxers and stuff like that and what they are and things like that, but she's asked me about those things multiple times. So I've already told her, when you turn 18, if a relaxer was something you want to do, fine, we'll do it then. But for right now, no. And because a relaxer and having her hair straight all the time is not something we do, her hair is all she knows. Her hair is all she knows. So there are times where I have been out of pocket and things have happened at the last minute, and she had enough sense to, pull it back, or whoever was with her just had enough sense to pull it back. The only people that really had a complaint about it or a whine about it were people that don't know how to do hair. So it's just, so what? So I'm a complete natural mom when it comes to certain things. Like, I only blow dry her hair straight to trim it. The couple of times that I did put heat on it, like a flat iron, I've never used my hot comb on it. I definitely don't want to traumatize her in that way. I feel like the flat iron did a great job with that. Because god damn it, be still. So, but yeah, no, that's the only time I've done it. And like the other day, she was asking her hair to be straight, and I said, well, it's not long enough to wear it out. So I don't want to straighten your hair and then put some braids on it. I don't like doing that. I know girls do that if they have thick hair, or if they are, 100% natural and they get braids and stuff like that. But that is way too much tension if you do it all the time. And no, I don't blow dry Diamond's hair all the time. So it would be okay if I did that. But I'm going to do it when it makes sense. Like when the winter time comes. Like she asked for it. I said, when this winter comes, we can probably do some heat on it and straighten it and trim it up and do, a good trim and then put it back up. But we would have to do that as soon as she gets out of school for a winter break or whatever the case may be. Because that's a whole lot in 24 hours. So I typically stretch that type of shit out for at least 2 or 3 days for her. Because again, I'm not finna traumatize her, taking her through all of this shit, going to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Not finna do that. Not finna do that. They gonna be pulling and snatching and all of that. I'm gonna have to hear about the shit. This last time, like I said, I appreciated them for allowing someone to braid her hair, but she ended up with a sore in her head. So I was just like, no, just no. Because right now I'm struggling. The things I was using to heal for my body, I had to now use for her. So now once I need more things, I'm going to be fucked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I got it. You know, because when she gets sick and stuff like that, I have to do it unless I'm working. When I'm working, everybody else has to do it. But again, everybody else has already established themselves at their jobs or whatever the case may be. So that definitely is an inconvenience to them, which is what I've already told them. I don't mind doing it, but goddamn it, when I need something, help me. That's all I ask. That is all I ask. So, and that's how I've always been. Like when I worked, even if it was an inconvenience for me, you know, I always did it, depending on what it was. Because some things I was going to do regardless. Like if it came to picking up my family members from the airport, baby, I was doing that. Especially if that was the only time that I got to spend with them because I was working. I go do it. Especially if I'm passing that way, or at the time I worked around that area, you know, the North Dallas area, stuff like that, DFW area, things like that. I didn't mind doing it then. That is what I meant by when I'm working, I don't mind fitting you in as long as it don't take away from Diamond and it don't take away from me. That's it. And with having new girlfriends who don't have children or who no longer have certain responsibilities, I don't be wanting to explain that shit with them hoes either. It's like, look, baby, I don't mind coming out. I just got to make sure my child is taken care of first. Or if that's all I have to talk about, you have to understand that. If you have all your sexcapades and all of that stuff to talk about, I don't mind listening to your stories, baby, because I have my own as well. However, when it comes time for me to decide that I want to talk about my baby, I would like for you to sit there and listen to my story just the same way I listen to yours. That's it. That's it. But yeah, and it's funny. I always used to tell my ex-husband that, like, I don't do bitches. Like, I don't do bitches, you know, for a reason. And when he used to say, you need friends, no, the fuck I don't. Bitches come with problems. I like the set of friends I got for reasons, because we got the same things in common. We don't like bitches. Don't force certain things on me. And it's like once I finally did start doing those things, he understood why I say I don't fuck with bitches like that. I don't. I don't. Bitches come with problems. Hell, I'd rather have money than to have bitches. And that's just how I am. That's truly how I am. When I was working all the time, I was not concerned about having no damn friends. Baby, I have money in my pocket. I don't give a damn about no friends. I don't fuck about no friends. Male or female. Because if the niggas want you to come out, depending on the nigga, he want to fuck. No. I said, I have one friend, and I'm perfectly okay with saying that is my friend, and I can go out with that person. The only issue is I was never working when it was time for me to kick it with her. Can you kiss my feet? I walk on my bare feet, baby. That's nasty. That's something you'd have to do right out the tub. I do like that. But yeah, you'd have to do that right out the tub. That's nasty. Hand, foot, and mouth. Nasty. Good. Yeah. If I do leave the house, I'm gonna have to go to the gas station and get some cigars. And I don't want to. Bruh, get your life. Cause good Lord. And I'm finna block your ass. Ooh, wee, baby. Yeah, this week was a good week. This week was a good week. I need to cut my fingernails down again. Like, God, dog, I just cut these suckers down. Then my mama had me in there being Bobisha the builder yesterday, building drawers and shit. I'm like, bruh, this why I be in my room. Sitting up there swinging her feet, talking about, it's easy, I promise. Girl, which I don't mind doing things for my mama. Y'all know that. I don't mind at all. But it was just funny. And then, you know how they ask you to do something and then they tell you how to do it a little bit. Luckily, my mama ain't one of them that do it in every single detail, but it was just in this one instance. She talking about flip it, bend it, back and forth, do that. Do you want to do this? Because if I break a fingernail, it's going to be a problem. She's talking about, okay, I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Because I'm like, bro, it's not going down. The other ones were going straight down. And this one particular leg was not going down. And when I did this, and I stopped because I was like, oh, shit, if I slip, I'm going to hurt myself. So she talking about, no, keep doing that. And when she kept, encouraging me to do that, ma'am, you can go get your fingernails done. Excuse you. Hey, friend. Girl, every time. Girl, the widows be out. If you're going to be weird, give me some money and be weird. True. Like in my last job, oh my goodness. He looked like, oh my goodness. He made a comment as far as me calling him Mr. White bald headed man with glasses. I turned around and looked at my man and said, hell no. The lady walking behind him said, ooh. I said, because I don't know what you thought this was. Definitely looked like a colonizer friend. If we wasn't on the job, I probably would have smacked his ass on the street. I probably would have. Can I kiss your feet, man? Ain't talking about no money. Right. Ain't talking about no money at all. Shoot. That's doing something good for me. Because I give you the bottom of my dirty feet if you ain't coming with no money. Ooh, wee. But like I said, I ain't cut these damn fingernails. Oh yeah, I got the giggles. I definitely gotta wait to go anywhere. And I'm trying to figure out why that fool asked me why my tongue ring is blue. I ain't had my tongue ring in a long time. Since November. I think that's the last time I had my tongue ring in. And it wasn't blue. It was silver. Unless you're talking about my picture on my TikTok. Those were just extra balls. I took them out. Because the tongue ring balls, they dissolve. So it's either you got to leave that silver ball in Or you gotta find one that's not gonna dissolve after a while, or that you're not gonna bite down on. Cause I definitely bitten down on one. Definitely did. This one. This is the one I need to cut. So like with me, so when I played sports, I used to get my fingernails done. I used to have acrylics. And we used to have them suckers so long. Coaches did not like it. It didn't matter if we had short, long, Eagles talons. It didn't matter. Coach did not like them suckers. Like, with them short, we could pass. But if they was long and colorful and past a certain point, baby, you were gonna hear it. You were gonna hear it. So, I'm used to doing stuff with long fingernails. And it's like, with this hand, I noticed that when I could no longer ball my fist, because my ex-husband just kept pissing me off. So I needed to be at the ready at all times, pretty much at this point, because you pissing me off, bro. So when I cut my fingernails, I'm like, that's what I needed, my middle finger. I needed to cut my middle finger down. Because, you know, when you go to the nail shop, back then, you wasn't telling them how to customize your fingernails like that. You would just go home and do whatever you needed to do at that point. But it's like now, since I've been like shaping up my own nails again at home, I have to do that again. And it's like, that's the only one that I have to have short. And it's like, once I get to the point to where I start, you know, working again, I'm going to have to tell them, hey, or if I go back to my my old nail tech, my black nail tech, hey, girl, we're going to have to cut these middle nails a little shorter. Because, if y'all don't want me pointing them at nobody, you're going to have to keep them short. Because my grandma talking about, y'all only get all of that stuff on y'all's hands so y'all can give people the finger. Actually, no. I just like my hands looking cute, but thanks for the idea, Grandma. I appreciate that. But, yeah. Before I really got comfortable cussing, I definitely would give you the motherfucking finger. I sure would. Whether it was bedazzled or not. Whether I had nubs or not. Whether I was biting them suckers down. It didn't matter, baby. You was going to get that finger. And at that time, I was going to church all the time. So I definitely was trying not to hit the F word all the time. But baby, the older I got, some of y'all needed that word. Y'all needed that word to its entirety. Because, ooh, wee. I remember the first time my uncle heard me use that word, he talking about, what you just say? And I said it. He said, come here. He talking about spell it. And I spelled it. He talking about, okay. I don't care that you can spell it. Don't use it again. Okay. Oh my God. And I think after that, I did not use that word again. I did not. I'm good. How you doing? I didn't use that word again for a long time. At least before the grown folks knew I used that word. Oh, man. Because, babe, I tell your ass, I don't mean it, boy, fuck you. I tried not to use that with the girls because I was always girl power, girl code, shit like that until the hoes started pissing me off for the most part as a unit. Because it ain't even as an individual no more. As a unit, then okay. But, baby, I tell a nigga and I mean that, boy, fuck you. Oh, man. That comes from having brothers. That comes from being a tomboy. I did not have close male friends. I had male friends, but I did not have close male friends. I would say my close male friends were whoever my boyfriend was at the time. To me, that would be considered a close, male friend or whatever the case may be. But I had like maybe 4 girlfriends, tight girlfriends growing up. So, and they could tell you to the T how Kiara truly was. When she becomes a certain way, leave her alone. Because after a while, the boys stopped fucking with me a certain way because of certain things. Obviously, we had grown up and started having certain interests, which is perfectly okay. That's what we're supposed to do. But to keep me from throwing fists at them, they knew what to do. Leave me alone when I get to a certain point. Or when they've pushed me to a certain point, they knew that. Because at that point, I start saying anything to them. I would. Because at that point, you've pushed me too far. You want me to say it to you? You want me to hit your ass? Because I'm obviously still around because I like your ass. So it's just, And to this day, I feel like when I got to the point to where I felt like I just wanted to always tell them, fuck them, we just didn't need to be around each other no more at that point. Like, seriously. And at that point, it's like, life was life for everybody. But we knew that. It's just, I don't know what the hell was going on with everybody. I don't know what the hell was going on with everybody. Because it's like the same shit that we were dealing with had been happening for a long time. It's just maybe as adults now, some of us were now seeing that it was in the forefront. I don't know. But like I said, my mom and dad taught me differently about life, period. And they've always trained us, and yes, I say trained because we were taught differently, how to do something without them, in some aspect. So that is why I am the way that I am, And once I get to a certain point to where I say fuck you, that's pretty much what it is for me at that point. Like, my parents definitely get on me about that, even though my daddy is the one who has to encourage me to put some pucking in my system. So I'm just like, Daddy, you said I needed to put my fucking back in my system, so I'm just not understanding. I'm not understanding what part of that I'm doing wrong at this point in my life. I'm not swinging at nobody. I'm to myself. And again, I wasn't doing all of that going out once I stopped working on purpose. Because again, I feel like if a nigga got to pay for me to do some shit, he gonna want some cooch. And if I'm not in the mood to give up no coochie, I'm not going out with nobody. I'm just not. At least with being in a relationship or being married, you only got one nigga that you got to give up coochie to, and you know that. When you just serial dating, you don't know how this shit gonna go. You really don't. So it's like, no, I'm not putting myself in no situation where I got to give up some pussy. Because, like, when I told my daddy that, like, Daddy, he was like, baby, you don't need no money to go out. Daddy, yes, you do. Because if I ain't got no money, then I got to give up coochie. He told me, oh, ew. That's what it is, Daddy. It ain't like it was when we was little no more. When we was 16, 17 years old. It's not like that no more. Yes, then it was a little different. It was acceptable to do certain things then. And if we get in trouble, it's okay to do certain things. But now, no. You don't put yourself in certain situations as adults like that no more. You don't do that. Because you can't say kids are just being kids at 35 and 36 and 40 years old no more. You can't say that shit no more. That's what they mean by y'all not disciplining people when you supposed to. Because, baby, if you doing the same shit on accident and not listening at 35 years old that you was doing at 14, 15, 16, yeah, 14, because some of y'all disgusting years old, then yeah, no. That's what I mean by putting yourself in a situation. Because like I said, we know what we're doing when we leaving the house. So again, if you ain't somebody that I know I'm going to want to give it up to, no, I'm not going out with you, sir. No, I'm not. That is why I'm perfectly okay with, at the time, my best friend being my man when my man was always working. Because it's like, all my best friend was going to do was rub my leg a little bit, hit me with one of these. Talking about, now you should be ready for your man. I'll see you next time. Oh man, that is what I mean by I do not let everybody do shit for me. If it ain't my parents or my best friend, no, you cannot do for me. I don't give a damn how out I look. If it's not my man, my best friend, or my parents, you cannot do for me. I don't even allow my brothers to do for me in a certain way because they're dating or have women or have families or whatever the case may be. So it's like, yeah, no. When it comes to men, I don't give a damn what you trying to offer me. No. Baby, everybody can't be over here. Mind your business. This is what I tell people. You ain't finna reel me in with the strong cologne. Because again, if I turn around and I smell something that's scrumdiddlyumptious, and I turn around and it's ooh, you done wasted my whole turnaround. And I kind of feel like that's what I did to myself last week at the gas station. Because this guy asked for my number. And I told him I liked his necklace. Which it was cute. It was a gold necklace with the cannabis plant. And he was like, you smoke? I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, well, he pumped my gas and all of that. And he was like, you got a man? I was like, no. And he was like, okay, well, can I have your number? So I'm trying not to be too closed off, too standish or, stuff like that. And no, he was not the most attractive man. But the fact that he had enough courage to walk up to me and talk, open the door for me, pump my gas, all of that stuff, why not? A win is a win for him or whatever the case may be. But, baby, no. Any other time? And then I'm perfectly okay with texting these men and saying, I'm not interested in X, Y, and Z. Because at this point, if you can't give me what you've offered me, nigga, you full of shit. Don't text me no more. Don't text me no more. Cause and the fact that I told him that I was a parent before I even drove off. Because I told him I had a kid and all of that stuff. So I don't know what type of girl or woman he thought I was. I don't know what he's used to talking to. But like I told my ex-husband, baby, when it comes to this kid, everything got to stop. Sorry. Everything got to stop. And right now, everything is on halt. Because if whatever I want to do is going to inconvenience anyone too bad, I can't do it. Sorry. At this point, if you can't meet me where I'm at, then we can't meet. Now, right now, we can't. Sorry. Sorry. So my kid did get to meet one of my friends the other day. And she was like, I like his hair. And I'm like, oh my God, girl. Ugh, whatever, because he had beads. And I'm just like, girl, get out of there. It's like, you're so silly. Because that's not what I was expecting for her to say, but I have to remember she's still 9 and she's still a kid. So it was cute, but it was like, oh, girl. And it's like, again, I don't take her nowhere with me. Because, again, I'm new to some of this shit again. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, oh my goodness, is this what I'm supposed to expect out of her? Like the cute little sayings and things like that. So, but we had us a nice little outing the other day. I was actually I was nervous. I really was. I really was. Because when we were younger, we didn't have that type of relationship. So I was definitely concerned. But it was cool. It was cool. More than what I expected. More than what I expected. I'm glad I brushed him off all this time. I hate that I had to do him like that to get that out of him, but hey, a win is a win, I guess. A win is a win. So, I need to eat something. I haven't cooked breakfast in a couple of days because last time I cooked breakfast, I cooked enough for a couple of days, and I just ate that up yesterday. I had some a breakfast burrito with some guacamole in it and some salsa verde chips, and it was so good. It was so good. You disgusting. And you aggravating because I don't even like the way you sent that. Yeah, baby, it's time for some new glasses because I can see all of that. I can see all of that. Hey, y'all. Which, for the most part, when I'm on live, I don't have my glasses on. But, and once I stopped working, I stopped wearing them all the time because I wasn't looking at screens all the time. Because at all of my other jobs, I was looking at computer screens all the time. So I had to have my glasses on. Even when I was driving, I had to have them on. Because when I would take them off, it was weird. And it could have been because I had them on all day. But, excuse me. Once I stopped working, I didn't have to do that no more. And because I wasn't watching TV like that, I didn't really need them like that. Because the doctor was like, the only time I needed them was when I was out, computer screens, TV screens, stuff like that. And at the time, I was always playing video games or watching TV. Or once I started working. So, and like in this room, where I sit in my bed is far from the TV. So I don't be needing my glasses unless I'm like looking at my phone or whatever, applying for jobs and shit. But again, half the time I had a TV on just for the noise. I'm not really watching it unless I spark up a mood to watch something. And most times, like I said, I'm watching something old. I'm not watching nothing new. Because I just made mention one more time to my little brother about him putting Disney Plus back on my TV. So I can at least watch some of the Marvel stuff because I'm so freaking behind. Hell, I can't even watch Harry Potter right now. So I'm like, bro, I feel out of place. And it could be what's wrong with me because at this point in time, like I said, this is my favorite time of the year. So even though Harry Potter is like, I like watching that once it starts turning fall all the way, it's still my favorite time of the year. So I feel behind because I ain't watched it yet. To me, that was how I would get ready for school for Diamond. We would watch that right before it was time for school to get her in the mindset of what she's finna do. And that, to me, that would be her time to ask questions and stuff like that. No, she's not off into Harry Potter like that, but she knows mommy is. So.
So my daddy gave us a turkey leg. So I told her I was going to make some Alfredo with it to kind of give us like a meal for a couple of days. That's probably what I'm gonna make today. That way, when she come back tomorrow, because I told her I have it made for her by Sunday. So what I'll probably do is make it today. That way I'll at least have dinner. Because right now, I don't know if I want no breakfast. If I do, I'll probably eat a freaking peanut butter sandwich or something. Yes, just peanut butter. I like jelly, but I don't always like peanut butter and jelly together, if that makes sense. Once me and my best friend stopped hanging out all the time, I just did not want peanut butter and jelly no more. So yeah. I just got to the point to where I eat cinnamon rolls, okay? Because I miss her so much, but once it got to a certain point, I ain't want no damn sandwich, because at one point, that's all we were eating were damn sandwiches. Oh, man. But shit, we had kids to feed, so that's what we had to do. We had to eat sandwiches, feed them damn kids. Because I'm pretty sure all we wanted was some damn, wasn't no damn sandwiches. We wanted everything else but some damn sandwiches. But because we was in there with them damn kids, that's what we was eating. So, but yeah, I just, and Diamond was like, Mama, you want some jelly? Just put a little peanut butter on there and bring me that sandwich. And I only want peanut butter when I feel like my energy is down. When I know I ain't got no choice but to eat something. When I worked out or when I was walking all the time, I tried to fit peanut butter in somewhere. It might not have always necessarily been a sandwich. I think one time I had made some cinnamon pancakes and slapped some peanut butter in between them suckers. I was eating a lot of peanuts and dried nuts at one point in time, so I didn't, there was a point in time where I didn't have to do peanuts and stuff like that. Tree nuts, nasty. But yeah, so I just, since I'm not doing all that working out and working that damn peanut butter out, because what we don't want is to be back the fuck up, I had to chill. Am I tired today? I'm always tired. I'm a mom. So, and then I bought all this damn cereal. So, Diamond, I specifically bought her a box of cereal because she eats Honey Nut Cheerios, but at one point she wasn't eating it. I was the only one eating them. No, I'm not wearing jeans. I'm wearing tights. So the rest of the cereal is stuff that I eat. So I just so happen to want some Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, no, I don't have heart problems and all that stuff. But when I was bigger and I did start having certain issues, my doctor made certain suggestions. So I had to tweak those suggestions for my liking, or I was fucking miserable when it came to eating. So I go up there to get some Honey Nut Cheerios. That box is almost empty. I said, Diamond, you been eating Mama's Cheerios? Well, yeah. I said, why you not eating this Demogorgon ass cereal? She talking about, well, I wanted some Honey Nut Cheerios. I said, is it that you wanted some Honey Nut Cheerios or you just couldn't reach your cereal? She talking about both. I said, this is for Mommy's heart. Now, she's young, and there's nothing wrong with me. Like, I had to go through a stress test and all that shit. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. Everything is outside shit. But just so I can be healthy. That's what I like. And so I'm not throwing cups and cups of sugar in regular Cheerios because that's unhealthy. God damn it, I don't give a damn. So I said, damn, this for Mama heart. You can eat the rest of this because I actually had 2 boxes up there. I said, you can eat the rest of this one. I said, but this for Mama heart. I'm finna move this box of cereal for you. That way you can eat this old nasty cereal. She's talking about, first of all, Mommy, it is not nasty. I said, well, eat it then. Well, shoot, you eat my cereal. But, like, she don't eat Frosted Flakes, which is a plus. Because
I'd have to hurt her if she was eating my Frosted Flakes. But I try to eat my Honey Nut Cheerios, or at least save those for when I really want some cereal, because that's really all I buy. It's just we were using milk for other stuff. And with me switching milk the way I am so much, I wasn't always buying the right milk, because I switched between, I was switching between 1% and almond milk, but now I think I figured it out with the almond milk. So and honestly, I wasn't even doing that for myself. I was doing that for my ex, because he worked in the sun, so I was trying to figure out a way to like him eat the way he want to eat, but you know, it's a lot healthier. But now I don't have to worry about that. His stomach, his business. So I don't mind, you know, trying different things and stuff like that. Because like I said, once I moved from one side of town to the other, I learned how to live differently. So I don't mind trying new things, switching things up, stuff like that, as long as it tastes good. If it don't taste good, I don't want that shit. It's nasty. I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't want that at all. So, yeah. Trying to figure out what I want to eat, y'all. The wind's still blowing. I mean, that wind is blowing like it's springtime outside. I know in my last video I said July, but shit, it seems like it's been July for a long time for as hot as it's been. Definitely, food has to taste good. I don't care if it's vegan, vegetarian, soul food, what country it came from. It needs to taste good, whether you put some salt and pepper on it or not. I stand by that statement. So, but yes, if it don't taste good, and the fact that we too old and can't tell the old folks when something don't taste good no more, especially if we live on our own or live with some folks that back us up, we should be able to tell them that don't taste good. I don't like that. I feel like it's more disrespectful flipping it over, throwing it in the trash, and not telling them that you don't like it, or simply saying no, I don't want any. Because I'll tell you in a minute, no, I don't want none. I'm okay. To me, that's nice. To me, that's nice. I'm okay. See what I mean by hiding behind my glasses? Because, baby, the niceness will come out in a minute. Ooh, did y'all hear my ankle pop? Oh, baby. And my daddy hated it because we can turn it on and off. My grandma said you be nice. My grandma said ain't nothing wrong with saying no. I don't want it either. Right, I don't want it. I don't want it. I had bought this box of popcorn, y'all. I probably talked about this in this other video. When I bought it, it looked appetizing. It was mainly for Diamond, like I said. But the more I look at it, it's like, I just want to throw the whole box away. But it's for Diamond. I guess my face done filled out because these suckers used to fall all the way off. And I have grease on my face. When I was working, them suckers was always sliding down. But my mama said I was too skinny then. She just didn't want to keep saying it to me. Well, girl, I don't know what to tell you. When I was fat and chunky, I was concerned. Now I'm skinny. I don't understand. Now I'm in the middle. She didn't call me you know, certain things. I'm glad I don't have that kind of mama. She does upset me, but she didn't do that to me. But I'm just like, oh, girl, I'm gonna get there. When she told me she could no longer see my booty, to me that was nice. That was her nice way of saying I was too small. Because when she got small, I definitely told her in my teenage way that she looked sick. I did tell her that. And she stood there and cried. I said, Mama, that's just what you look like. You asked me, do you not want your daughter to tell you the truth? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Now she's standing there boo-hooing. Because I was used to seeing my mom a certain way. I've seen pictures of my mom skinny when I was a baby. But from my recollection, after a certain point, mom always looked a certain way. I think when she started having babies, I always saw her a certain way. So, quote unquote, fluffy. That's why I don't like using the word fat, because everybody's parent has been there, and if yours hasn't, or if you haven't, congratulations. So that's why I don't like using the word fat, because I still didn't think my mom was fat. I still thought my mom was beautiful. But no one said she was ugly. But I didn't think she was fat. I like fluffy. So when she got really small, and I, you know, on her journey, and I told her that, and it's like, bruh, you're not supposed to cry. Because if you don't ask your people that you live with about your journey, how can you accept it from people outside the house? Whether you give a damn about what they think or not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people, I never gave a damn. Because again, whether I got hurt or not, I still got validation from the people that truly love me and the people that I still have. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I'm just like with anybody, and if you're gonna be big and all of that, you have to own it and all of that, and everything that comes with it, even the health problems, which is what I just pretty much was going through. Like I was just telling my friend the other day, because he was like, well, what were you doing? Stress. And then once I got to a point to where I could truly be by myself, I started walking, meditating, writing, whatever I needed to do for myself to feel better. That was what I did. At the time, I wasn't drinking. Kind of how I am now. Just sporadically, every once in a while. I'm not really drinking like that. Because I'm used to having a drinking buddy. I've always had a drinking buddy, whether it was a friend or a man. I'm used to having a drinking buddy. So, since I don't have that anymore, I'm not really drinking. When my parents offer me a drink, I have a drink with them. But other than that, when I worked, I would stop and give me a daiquiri with 2 extra shots once a week. And I'd be in there fighting with the guy, because he would be like, I done told you about these extra shots. Sir, I'm going straight home, kid-free tonight. All right. So, I would go home, me and my big-ass daiquiri, and be to myself. Especially if it was on a night where I didn't have Diamond. And that was mostly when it was, like, on a Saturday after work, because I didn't work on Sundays. Or if we had a holiday on a day that I normally worked, then I would go in the middle of the week. But, yeah. If I had a leftover one, depending on what we did at work that day, oh, I drunk that sucker when I got home with Diamond. Okay, Diamond, time for bed. Mama need to drink this drink. Today was a day. So, I could make me some pancakes. I had pancakes the other morning. I don't think I was on live doing that. I don't think I was. I think that was one of them days where Diamond had attitude when she woke up. I just came in, cooked, ate, and went back to sleep. Because what is this? This attitude. I need to go do something about these lips. I'll be back, y'all. I used up all of my blue one. And I didn't care for that one no way, because it was just plain. And this one almost gone. Literally. This is Vaseline Lip Therapy Aloe Vera. I like that one. I like the way it smells. And it feels really good too. When I got dehydrated really bad, and that's why it's so low, this was my go-to. That's why I still had the blue one, because I stopped using the blue one like halfway because I lost it. I had it in a pair of pants. Well, this was an extra one, so I had to use this one. And once I opened up this one, I didn't give a damn about that blue one no more. I threw it in a purse somewhere, and it had been in there that whole time. Now, this is a good Vaseline product. Not all of their products are good that I stand by, which Vaseline is plain. Vaseline is probably safe, but this one is good. All of their lip products and lip therapies are not good. EOS is a good one too. I don't like Bliss Sticks, but it's a good emergency one. And I'm talking about chapsticks. The lip therapy chapsticks. I'm not talking about like the ointments or nothing like that. Or the liquids. I don't know how to say that one. But yeah, because I know those are for something different, especially like if you got a cold sore or something like that. These, I feel like these are not good for those, like for when you have a cold sore and stuff like that, because you have to keep doing this. That's what I don't like. With the other tubes, if you're cautious, you would wipe that sucker off, especially when you're broken out. You know what I'm saying? At least I think like that. I don't know if everybody else thinks like that. Even when I played sports at my dirtiest and all of that, I still thought like that. A dirty girl out there trying to wipe off her lip chap and all that, you know? So, you know, that's what I think about. And that's probably why I don't like Carmex, which I know Carmex is good for that. I don't like Carmex. Like, Carmex was used a lot when I grew up. I don't like Carmex. I don't like it. Like when I wore lipstick all the time, then I used Carmex under my lipstick to keep my lips from drying out. Even when I found some lipsticks that were moisturizing, Carmex was just comfort for me. That's what my dad and I used, Carmex. So that was just comfort for me until I found some other shit. But I hate Carmex. Oh my God. And then with my lips being so damn big, because I had braces, I be having that buy, like I try to buy a 3-pack, y'all, because I have that problem. Before I was even a smoker, I would always buy a 3-pack because I always had customer service jobs. I always had jobs where I had to talk a lot, and obviously you eat and all of that stuff, your lips get dry and all of that. Chapstick. And after a while,
wearing lipstick after a while, I honestly felt like a prostitute having to reapply that shit all fucking day. So I stopped wearing lipstick all the damn time. I really did. And it's probably what the issue is now with me not wearing makeup, because I'm not covering up my lips. What am I covering up my lips for? I give you some clear chapstick. I give you a roll-on. What's wrong with my lips? Absolutely nothing. So like now, I don't care to wear lipstick. Once I get to a point to where I'm working and I'm comfortable with putting lipstick in my budget, then I wouldn't mind. But even still, then I think it would be more to go out in, not to go to work, you know? Because I'm at work. I'm not here for a fashion show. I'm here to work. And that's always been my mindset as far as a job. Blistex does work, but I just don't like it. Now, if I have a cold sore, I will go back to Carmex, but that is the only time I will go back to Carmex. I try to find something else that's like a medicated chapstick or roll-on or something like that outside of Carmex, because I just... trauma. Baby, once I got to a certain point to make my own decisions, when I say I did that, I did that. Like my mama say, I might not always made the right ones, but I did that. Right, I tried to stick to one brand, yes, but however, once you get to a point to where you can make your own decisions and you see other options, that's what you're gonna do. So, but I don't typically have those issues up here, so something like moisturizing like this is typically okay for me. I typically try not to use nothing greasy, because I typically oil or grease my scalp, and anything that I put on my scalp, I'm fine with being on the rest of my body. So it ain't that big of a deal to me. Like I said this morning, the only thing I didn't put in this last batch of hair grease that I just had to put on my face was tea tree. And I didn't use that in the mindset of my best friend being allergic to that. So that's my own fault. And didn't think that I was going to go through what I'm going through at the moment. Having an issue finding a job. So... And I ain't heard from that other guy I told y'all about, the other guy I met at the gas station. I ain't heard from the one I said I hope his breath don't stink. I ain't heard from him no more. Yes, he wasn't too interested. But I did have that colorful dress on that day. So my boobies were up. I had on a bra. So he couldn't have been looking at nothing but my booty that day. So, yeah. And then the fact that he walked right into the sex conversation as well, too. And he, as old as he is, like, really, nigga? Baby. Because, again, I tell a nigga in a minute, I'm not giving them no pussy. What do you want? Now y'all see what my problem is. Ooh-wee. If I don't like you, no. If I like you, come on, what we finna go do? I'll give you some. Come on, what we finna go do? But if I don't like you, I'm not giving up no pussy. What we finna go do? Tell you straight up. At least I'm honest, because I don't want you to come away from this conversation thinking you done scored and you ain't did a damn thing. My phone number can be the win, but this pussy is really the goal. So, yeah, no. No. My mama sleepy out. I'm trying not to be loud. But, yeah. We can go hang out. I can meet you somewhere to eat if you want to feed a girl. If it's a night I got my kid and I don't know your ass, no, you gotta wait.
Mm-mm.
And even if I know your ass, it depends on who your ass is.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no. No, 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 no. Cause baby, that's all they want. And if you got your own place and all of that stuff, then that's fine to me. You liked me enough to invite me into your personal space. To me, that's a date. You cooking, or we going to get food and going back to your place to watch TV. To me, that's still a date. Like, depending on what your situation is, to me, that's still a date. So, I don't know why y'all be coming across these girls, or how y'all keep coming across these girls that be wanting y'all to do all of this shit on top of take care of yourselves. I'm sorry that y'all keep going through that. He obviously liked what he saw. He asked for the number. Now that other guy, I was real ugly, fresh off of dropping Dominique off at school and everything, but I at least had my titties up because I knew I was going to the gas station. But my face was at its worst, you know, all of that stuff. So I'm like, either this nigga like ugly girls or he's bored as fuck. But let him tell her he was on break and thought I was pretty. I was like, okay. And the shorts I had on, I don't think you could see my booty. But again, I'm not a guy. I know what I like when I see a woman, but I don't really know what a guy likes when he sees a woman. So I had on some too big shorts anyway. So I'm like, he must like ugly girls, or he's bored, you know, because I was real ugly that morning. I probably looked like this with some baggy shorts on. Titties was up. So I'm just like, whatever. Cause I ain't gonna lie, some mornings I do feel like a booger wolf. I do feel a little ugly, but I don't give a damn because I'm not looking for nobody. If you look cute and you just so happen to approach me and I'm interested, then I'll say I'm interested. But if you ugly and I look ugly, I'm just gonna go on and entertain the shit. I'm gonna entertain the shit. But I'm not necessarily looking for nobody. Again, yes, I'm lonely, but I'm not looking for nobody. Right now, I'm looking for a job so I can get on my feet for Diamond and I. That's what I'm trying to do. Again, if I just so happen to jump into something, great. If not, that's fine too. Whatever. But I still got time to have at least one more baby, so it just is what it is right now. So I'm just trying not to stress out about that. Because like I said, I'm not in love with nobody right now. I'm not. So I'm not even concerned about that. Because like I said, I want another love child. I don't want another child or a child where I resent the daddy. Like, I don't even resent my ex. I'm just being real ugly to him right now. Because, again, we made a love child. I'm just being ugly to his ass. But I would like another love child. That's it. And that way, even though I do have two different fathers, you know, two different children with two different fathers, they will still know that they're loved regardless, because I do not want to raise children in a home. For one, I never wanted to raise children in a home with multiple dads. That's just one thing I did not want to do, because I did not want to deal with the whole name thing. I did not want to deal with that shit. And then I don't want to deal with the whole, well, my daddy is better than your daddy thing. Well, don't none of that shit matter, okay? As long as all of y'all got clothes on y'all's ass, I don't really think that fucking matters, does it? You know, that's how I am, you know. So, and again, I was around my cousins and stuff for a long time before we started doing our own things, and I had goofy friends that was like that and all of that shit, and classmates that was like that. So all of that shit don't matter in life. It really don't. And you realize that once you start having your own kids and you listen to the bullshit they really say. That's why I say, I just let Diamond talk. And I be listening to everything she say. Whether I ask her a question or not, I just listen to her. Girl. And that's what happened? Really? Okay. I just let her talk. Because I want her to always be comfortable being herself. But I can always coach her when she's, you know, said the wrong thing or going in the wrong direction. You know, stuff like that. And so, that's why I say I let Diamond be. Because I am okay with coaching her, and I was one of those children, you know, back in the day. I'm okay with coaching my own child. Okay. I know I would coach somebody else's child in the right way, but I ain't finna be doing no convincing either. Keep it damn baby. I only got one that I have to make sure is okay. When I went up to her school for the orientation thing to get her school stuff for her first day of school, whatever. Baby, by the time I got out that school, I had like 2 or 3 Amber Alert things on my. It was either TikTok or Instagram. I'm like, bruh, don't y'all start this shit. Where y'all's kids at? Where y'all at with y'all's kids? Don't y'all start this shit. Don't y'all start this shit. Where these kids at? Cause I'm like, baby, I had turned that off on my immediate alerts on my phone for a reason. Cause it seemed like that shit was going off all the time. I don't remember before I had Diamond, my Amber Alerts going off all the time like that. I do not remember that. But it seemed like after I had Diamond, them bitches would go off all the time, which is why I turned that hoe off. Cause I'm like, bro, really? Y'all just careless. Y'all just careless at this point. Y'all just careless. That's why I hold on to Diamond the way I hold on to Diamond. Cause Cause and I had an argument with like one of my old friends or whatever. Cause I was like, we don't want to put her in daycare. First of all, this is my husband, so I have to take what he says into consideration at least, whether I got my own mental process or not. Okay. He also doesn't want to put her in daycare as well, so that's what we're not gonna do. That's what the fuck that is. And if him and I did not get married and he still felt that way, he would have to put me in a situation for me to be at home with her. He would still have to have done that in order for that decision to be made. So either way, I think that's what that argument was about with her. She was in a situation where she had no choice but to go back to work after 6 weeks. I couldn't make the decision, at least not by myself. And for me to have the complications that I was having at the end of my pregnancy, because I had to stop working a whole lot earlier than I wanted to. Yeah, no. It was just better for her to stay at the house with her mama, where she belonged. Did I cry when I couldn't get no sleep? I sure enough fuck did, but I was at least at home when I had to cry. I wasn't on no job crying about no sleep. That is something I ain't never done, is cried on no job about no sleep. If I've cried on a job since I've been an adult, because when I was younger, I ain't cried about no damn job. It was because I was fighting with that nigga at the house. That's really what it was. Because there ain't too many times where I took home stuff, work stuff back to the house. Because, again, I'm not sleeping with these motherfuckers at night. Once I go home and go to sleep, I go home and sleep in peace. Whether I was at my parents' house or I was living in a roach-infested apartment with my man, it didn't matter. I was going home in peace. That's why I don't get them jobs out. I got to take that bitch home. Once I clock the fuck out, I see y'all tomorrow. I pick this shit back up tomorrow. I got things to do at home. I can't take that home with me. Drop it right on off at the desk. I can't take that home with me. Now, unless if I was a teacher, then that I wouldn't have minded doing, because I'm just grading papers. That I would not have minded doing. But anything else, that can't go home with me. I'm not finna do no briefing. I'm not finna get no report together. I'm not finna do none of this shit. Them the type of jobs I don't want. Because when I clock out after that 8, 10 hours or however many hours I choose to give you that day, I want to come home and be with my baby. Stress free. Or my man if I got one of them. Stress free. That's what I want. That's what I want. So, if I had a job where I worked at the house, that'd be different, you know. And obviously, I would want to do that at a time frame now, while Diamond is at school. When she was younger, the time frame was while at nighttime while he was at working. That way, during the daytime, we could be together. But now, my time frame would need to be while she's at school. Everything I need to do gotta be while she at school. Like I said, my daddy said the minute I find a job, he'll be my backup as far as pick up and drop off, so that I don't have to worry about that. All I need to worry about is getting to and from work. So I just need to find something in the damn daytime, because everything that now keep coming my way is warehouse and nighttime or second shift and third shift, and I'm like, no, I'm not finna go to work at no 11 o'clock at night. The hell? I want to be at home with my baby at nighttime. Unless I want to go on a date. Sorry, y'all. I did pop my toes. Y'all will be okay. And I've been riding with the windows down, taking Diamond to school every morning. So I've been riding through the construction site when they be kicking up all that dust. I'm like, bruh. It's like, they got so much damn construction now by my house. That's the only thing I hate about where she goes to school now. And I be trying not to take my mind back to the fact that I hate that my mom put in this motherfucking school. But it's a good school. I just hate the location. And the fact that she keep telling me that I missed her first day of school, I'm like, Mom, I ain't never missed that girl first day of school. I got pictures of this kid every day on first day of school. Like, if you don't hush. Like, you keep talking about me going back. You keep trying to take me back too, ma'am. Baby, I got pictures of every year of her first day of school. It's only 1 year where I missed the ending because of what the fuck was going on. That was his year, his celebratory year. And he'll never get another one like that. Not, and I'm the cost. Never. Better use somebody else. Better use some motherfucking body else. So I told her baby she gotta clean off the refrigerator so that she can oh, I forgot he bought me this juice. I don't know what I'm gonna eat with this juice, but I'm gonna drink it. I know I should grab some more soda from his house. I know that. But yeah. And we had some leftover Alfredo sauce from the other day. Well, last week when I did it. Oh, I forgot this was off of here. She told me I could eat these. I do got breakfast. She was like, Mommy, you can eat that, but I'm leaving. And we still got pasta. Or I could do some Alfredo rice. I have done that before, and it was really good. When I first seen a Alfredo rice recipe, I thought it was a little weird. I did, because I'm like, Alfredo with rice? Because, you know, growing up in the hood, you only see rice being made one particular way, either plain or buttered and sugared, or just buttered, or if you ate Chinese food, then fried. But I was like Alfredo rice, but when I did it, I think I did it with some chicken. When I saw it, it was done with shrimp and fish, but it turned out so good. It turned out so good. I was like, okay, this is something I would do again. Because when you think of a cheese sauce, you don't think rice. You think pasta or chips. And growing up, we didn't do a lot of Alfredo. Spaghetti was what we did. So, and when we did Alfredo, my daddy cooked that at home. We didn't go out and get no Alfredo. So, so I might do that. Some Alfredo rice instead. Excuse me. Lay this turkey leg out to settle and put this back in there. It's still early. I got time. I'm gonna eat this sandwich. Probably take me a nap. Yep, I did just get up, but this week was a week. And I did extra stuff this week, so I'm actually pretty tired. So the only thing I'm not gonna do is that laundry. I'll pick through it and take her uniforms out. As I'm folding up clothes later, that way I can add to her other basket. At least she don't have to worry about fishing through her basket to find her uniform, but she gonna fold up that laundry. So I'm probably gonna have to use some of this other rice. Is this wheat rice? I can't tell. But if it is, it don't matter. They just gotta cook them differently. I used to cook wheat rice as well, eat wheat rice as well. Oh, what was it? Wheat rice or brown rice? I think it was wheat rice. Brown rice, whatever. Yeah, brown rice, not wheat rice. I used to cook that as well. It just took too long. So, we'll probably do that. And I ain't going to go buy no extra stuff. We just want to season the heck out of it. And then there's some green beans in there, so I'll probably put me some green beans in it. That's probably what I'll do. Vegetable. Because I still ain't made them Brussels sprouts that's in that freezer. But at the time, I was trying not to eat so much pork because of how hot it was and how everybody was pissing me off. So I was trying not to eat so much pork. Like, if I'm going to eat bacon, okay, then I need to wait on my pork chops. So, and I don't eat ham. Like, during the holidays, I'll probably eat just a little bit just because that's the thing to do during the holiday, but I really don't eat ham. The only time I eat ham is, like, when we out in public and, like, we somewhere where they handing out sandwiches or something. That's really when I only eat ham. Every once in a while, like, when we do beans, I eat ham hocks. But, like, on a regular, because I'd rather be upset and cuss you out. I choose not to eat so much pork and so much sodium. Even though pork is not a bad meat, it's how you cook it. But still. And I don't, like I said, I don't do a lot of beef. I try not to do a lot of beef. Like I said, with this leg thing, I had no choice but to make myself eat certain things, not because it makes me sick or anything like that, but, like, because I was losing weight the way I was definitely monitoring the type of things I was putting in my body, stomach-wise, and because I smoke and all of that. But when my leg happened, I had no choice but to eat geared towards my leg so that I can heal. Almost like a wounded animal. Not calling myself a wounded animal, but almost the same situation. You have to eat how you want your body to heal. So that was what I had to do. So until I feel like my leg is completely healed and this hip don't hurt as much, I'll just have to do that. The only thing is, don't get so damn skinny again. Because now, like, I'm not with nobody. So when I do move and all that, I'll be doing a lot of lifting and stuff on my own. when I do that. So it's like I can't get really skinny again if I plan to be doing stuff and being an independent woman and shit on my own when it is time for me to leave. So I definitely gotta get my body back together. Make it easy for me to do stuff by myself and on my own. Because if I'm working and I got a good enough job, I'll get movers. Which I ain't gonna need much of anything because I ain't got much. It's nothing. I'd rather wait until I move to get whatever it is I need outside of work things, clothes-wise, shit like that. Because I'm packing up all this shit. That's one thing I hate, being uprooted. Because it's happened to me so many times. Baby, I hate that moving around shit. I like being in one space when it comes to living. When you vacate and all that shit, you do that away from the house, yes, you know, you go hang out and all that shit. But when it comes to living, I'm not gonna be doing this motherfucking moving. We can arrange this shit in here. We can paint some walls, do whatever the fuck you wanna do. But all this motherfucking moving, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. She not like it. Because every time we've moved, someone else did it. So my mindset is, when it's time for me to move, all I got to do is pack the shit up. You come get the shit and drop it off and I'll unpack it. That's my mind frame. So, yeah. Because, baby, when we used to move all the time like that, my mama had that shit out there the place like a thief in the night, baby. We be in there asleep in the middle of the floor. Y'all lay down and go to sleep. And y'all better not hit my baby. We done woke up a whole apartment empty. Like, mama, what y'all do? Where's everything at? At the other place. Come on, let's go. Baby, I can't wait to do that for Diamond. Well, now, it's kind of hard hiding stuff from her because she always with me. But other than that, sorry, y'all. My elbow. But other than that, I can't wait till I can do that for her. Give her a little excitement in her learning gratefulness life. Because even though she still got a whole lot more than what I had at that age, I keep having to tell her, girl, be grateful for what you do have, because you have a whole lot more than what I had. I didn't even have a computer at that age. We were still watching TV and playing with Barbie dolls at that age. And video games. I did have video games at that time. But other than that, girl, I feel like she's too careless for a video game, which is the only reason why the one video game I do have is still packaged up. Because I paid way too much money for that one. And like I said, I bought that for her to have something to do with a guy brother. But baby, life been life. And that's okay. At some point, they'll be able to do something with it. Because I don't want to play it no more. I want a PlayStation or Xbox. That's what I want. I was playing the other day. I was like, oh my God, I ain't held a stick in so long. But, hey, it felt good to sit there and play. I can't wait to sit there and daze off into the TV like I used to when I was a little girl and play the video game. Because that's all I used to do. Good afternoon to you, too. That is all I used to do. Sit at the end of my bed with my mouth open and play that video game. Or sit on the floor. I sat on the floor a lot, and I had somewhere else to sit. Sitting on the floor is comfort for me. Like, I remember one time, my auntie and my uncle came down here to visit, and we was all like, we all coming to your house one summer. My auntie talking about, we ain't got enough room for all of y'all. My uncle talking about, yes, we do. Me and my cousin talking about, all we need is a piece of pho. That's all we need. That's all we need, cousin. Give me a pillow on the blanket. She talking about, I don't even need that. I said, oh, I at least need a blanket. I'll sleep on the floor. But I at least need a blanket. I'm good. How are you? Good. So I think I'm gonna come off, y'all, and eat. I'm probably gonna pig out and go back to sleep because of how tired I am. Like, I'm tired. And I was definitely out in the sun a lot this week. And I wasn't even working out. So, but it was hot this week. It was definitely hot. So I'm gonna go pig out, y'all, and go to sleep. So I'll catch